Okay, Jenny. So my first question is, how have you been? And give me the realest answer you can.
How I been?
How you been?
Great, great. Today is a nice day, nice weather today, so I can't complain, honestly.
How have you been mentally and emotionally?
Uh, it's been a process. It's been a process, of life changer, and this is affect you in many ways. So when you're younger, like let's say when you're 18 and you're 20, you never think so that your life is gonna change when you're 25. So and then as soon you're growing, life is coming with a lot of changing. So you have to be strong. You have to work your mental hard because sometimes like getting so difficult. Actually, if you feel that you don't deserve that, uh, just because you being a good person, that doesn't mean that you're not gonna get help.
Did you
So
feel like you didn't deserve it?
it's not like I don't feel, it's just like, like you working on yourself, that you're being a good person, you're doing a good thing, and sometimes you doesn't feel that you're gonna get though kind of type of thing back to you. Because for me, from myself, I always being a good person,
Hmm.
but that doesn't guarantee that people are gonna be good to you.
Yeah. So what I'm hearing is that you've always been a good person, but you kind of felt like it wasn't being returned. Is that true?
Yes, that happen all the time. So in life, work, and you know so and then you had I work with people, I work with customers, so being in that position, that being a very strong salesperson, talking with people every day, so you had to be a strong, very strong emotional.
Yes,
It's nothing personal, but you had to deal with all those personality.
yeah. I think that being emotionally strong and being thick-skinned is extremely important for mental health and inner peace, I would say. So it sounds like there were people that were trying to take you down emotionally.
Yeah, actually, it's happened like all the time. I'm not just being a salesperson. I'm not just being an insurance agent. Sometimes, like I being a therapy. So you had to deal with people. You had to deal like my day is starting like talking with 30, 40 customers every day. Sometimes it's the same people, just repetition, and you
Hmm.
know how people. Like for me, myself, one thing like I go to the gym every day, it's just not because I want to look good. It's just because I want to be fit. It's just because I want to be mentally strong.
Hmm.
Because sometimes people coming with things that doesn't have nothing to do with you. But just because they're hurt, they try to hurt you. So I'm learning how to deal with those personality just because I have my son at home and a single mom. So when I come home for a very hard day working, so my son is just waiting for me. So I just want to come home with a nice smile. I want to come home happy. I want to kiss my son. I want to go outside, play with him because I don't want to be emotional and mentally drained. So it's
Yeah,
been a process for me.
there's a huge relationship between physical health and mental health, right? There's so many people who came out of depression and who came out of, anxiety because of working out and hitting the gym. So it sounds like you're doing the right thing. And you told me before the podcast, you wake up every day at 5 a.m. to go to the gym.
Yes, yes. I go to the gym in the morning just because, like I say, I just having a nice body is just a little bit extra that you could have from the gym. For me, I go for my mental health.
Yeah. So that's interesting. So you go more for your mental health than your physical health.
Yes, yes, absolutely. So when I go to the gym, I feel like just know my body get strong, my mental get strong too. So I went to the gym like every day. Actually, like if I don't make it, I'll just come home like tired. I like to go early in the morning, get my body full of energy, and then go to work.
It sounds like the gym is very therapeutic for you.
Yes, absolutely.
It relieves stress.
Yes, 100%.
And I'm wondering what brings you stress.
Just like are born in the earth. So when I live there, I was have a nice life, I would say. I was happy there. So I go to college, I have a career. So I get married like everybody,
In
grown.
DR, you got married.
Yeah, I get married in DR.
Mhm.
So 2019, my husband had idea that we're gonna move here to America. I
Mhm.
not agree 100% with the idea, but you know, we do everything for keeping a family together.
Mhm.
So I moved here September 2019, and I think so February 2020 versus the pandemic. So when
Oh,
I'm
worst
moving
time.
here, it's a challenge for me because I don't know the language. I was
Mhm.
trying to start in like new life, starting from scratch. And like I would say 6 months later, so me and my husband decided like getting divorced. What is a little tough for me
Uh-huh.
because I had no family here, just my son, and at that point my son is just 5 years old. So for me it was a challenge. It was a challenge. So I get to that point that I always feel like depressing, I would say. It's so
Mhm.
hard for me
Mhm.
just being here by myself. I don't have nobody to talk. And the pandemic is very difficult to meet people, to find somebody. So I had to do it by myself. So this is the point that I was trying. I had a couple of friends, maybe one or two friends, and I tried to talking about my life. So and they nice, they listen to me, but at that point, they like the only thing they said I was sorry, right? They said they feel sorry, and this is the point that when you feel okay, nobody gonna serve me. I had to do this.
Mhm.
So I decided to grow cold at that very difficult moment in my life because I would just go here. I don't get a job. I don't know nobody. And I was trying to speak with my ex-husband with that point, and I was like, look, don't do that to me. This is a very difficult time. I try to work in a relationship actually because I come from a family that we just get married. We just get married and stay together no matter what. So I'm actually the first person in my family that getting divorced.
Mm.
So, and I try to do it, but that was very difficult when you deal with somebody with a narcissist main mentality. They
Yeah.
get you, and when you're in a very in a moment when you was really like difficult, that's when they attach.
So what I'm hearing is that in DR, it's normal to just stay together no matter what.
My family, how my family, we come from a Christian families. My mom is
Uh-huh.
married for
Uh-huh.
50 years.
Uh-huh.
My whole family is like that. You know, you
Mhm.
just get married, be together no matter what. This is how they think.
Yeah, which I really would have to disagree with. I mean, if you're dealing with a narcissist or someone who is just not a very good person, I think that getting divorced makes complete sense to me.
Absolutely. And 100%. So that's why at that point, I started to do it. I was trying to talk to my family about. So I feel like at that moment, except for my sister, a couple of my sister, they're not 100% with me. So I just had to do it myself. So like 2 years later, I remember we on a family reunion and they feel like I was joking. I was like, no, I've been dealing with us for 2 years. Why getting divorced? And they like, I told you that you have to work for the family. It's like, that doesn't work.
Yeah.
And then at that moment, like 2 years later, that's when I started getting support from my family.
Mhm.
So for those 2 years in the pandemic, it just tough for me. But you know what? This is the more difficult time in my life because when I'm moving here, I think so I go into back to the DR, but just my husband don't let my son get out of the country. What is tough for me. So I was just here by myself and I had nothing to do. I remember one day I go like running outside to the park and like I just asked God for a sign because I believe in God and I believe that God sometimes put you in a very uncomfortable um position because he telling you the sun to move. So at that time, when I was like walking in a park, I was thinking like I had to do something, I had to do something, and I was like organize my life. I would say I had to something to do. I decided to go back to school. I work like 25 minutes every day just to get when my son is at school,
Wow.
just to get learn the language.
Hmm.
And I decided to do student online just to get license. So after 6 months later, I remember getting my first job. And when I get my job, it's like I always been in sale and I know I been good.
Mm.
Like I'm very good salesperson. And I would say, look, this is your opportunity. You can exclude. You can afford to fail. That's what I said to myself.
Yeah.
And I was started doing, I don't know how, but I just know I become the best salesperson in my team. So that opportunity that doesn't work, and I would just stay there for 1 or 2 years, but at that moment it's very good. It's work. I do great, and now we're starting get my own business. I get a franchise with a partner, and now I feel like, okay, things getting a little bit better. And guess what? The business just fell. Like we lose all the money. That's all the money I be saving for all the year. So we lose the money. I had to start over again.
Oh my
And
gosh. How did you lose the money?
so I don't have all the license that is a requirement to get a business. So my friend, she's had the license. So we get a partnership. And we start a business, and 6 months later, she decided that she going back to the art. And we lose the franchise, we lose all the money.
My God.
And I was like, okay, I had to start over again.
Terrible.
And yes, I will start over. I try to go back on track. So I keep
Mhm.
working, working hard every day. I said, okay, one day was gonna coming. And now I'm the independent insurance agent. I'm doing good, great. I'm very proud of myself all the time. So I just get a divorce 2 months ago.
Oh, 2 months
And
ago.
yes,
Oh,
yes. I was just moving in a house by myself. And I was like, when I was in the house, I don't have nothing in the house. I remember one day it was very hot and I don't have a conditioner. And I was like, okay, I'm not going to complain about Gabby giving me a lot of opportunity. I'm not going to complain about that. I was just going to stay here. I was just going to wait. And I know for sure a lot of good things is going to come in. So now I feel like so excited what the future is going to bring. And I feel like sometimes like it gets so difficult, but we can let it go down. I also, when my side, for my personal side, I have a group. I care women like under like 250 pounds or more, the woman that doesn't feel good with themselves. I helping them to feel good because I've been right there. I've been in a moment where you don't feel good, where you feel like you're giving everything for the family, and sometimes everything is not enough.
mm.
So I help woman change her life. I have a group. I do it. I don't charge nobody nothing. I just do it because I want to do it from my heart. I want every woman just feel down like that, feel good with themselves.
So you run this group?
Yes, I do.
Interesting. What
Yes,
do you guys like have a name for the group or?
we have a group on WhatsApp right now. I have like a 45 girl
Wow.
woman. So some of that they go to the gym with me because they live around. All the one they just do it online.
So you're like in a group chat sort of.
Yes, yes.
Interesting. That sounds like you have a really strong community now.
I do. I do. I have a community. I have people. So I would just I like to helping people. I've been there, so I feel like it's very hard for women. Like we do like you deal with working, you have to be a good wife, you have to be a good mom, and sometimes you're thinking about everybody, you forgot about yourself.
Yeah. Yeah, I've heard this, from many different people about how people are basically emotionally and physically and mentally exhausted from just giving all their money, time, and energy to other people, and they don't really like take time for themselves. So it sounds like that kind of happened to you.
Yeah, absolutely. I forgot about me. I forgot about my services. One time I just say, um, you worry about everybody, but you never thinking about, I was never thinking about me. So now I get to the point that my life has a balance. I find the balance because one day I lose the balance. Just the balance is go just on one side.
And where was that energy going?
Mhm.
Where was that energy going?
Mm,
Like who were you spending that energy on? Your friends or
Now or
but,
talking
but, but,
about the past?
but before, like where who are you expending all your energy on? Where were you giving? your energy to? Like your friends, your family,
That
your ex?
my ex-husband. Yep.
Okay. Do you want to talk more about him or not really so much?
No, actually, I have like very difficult divorce. I would say
Mhm.
it's take me 5 years to
Uh-huh.
get a divorce.
Wow, 5 years. Wow.
Yes, it's not easy, but I was just working just to forget about starting over.
Hmm. So you'd rather talk about something else?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
This is something in my life that I be working like I feel like it don't exist anymore.
Right, right.
It's
So
starting like blank from zero.
right, I mean that must be. It sounds so hard. I've heard different stories, different versions of people like starting back at the bottom and starting from zero. Which to be honest is not something that I've ever experienced. So that sounds like a really, really devastating and difficult thing to do.
Yeah, it is. It is. It is. But I sometimes it's actually how you feel. I feel like God give you the chance to start over like many times you want. And I feel like I deleted my past and I just want to start over. I gotta start getting a whole new life, whole new story. Now I have more experience, so I can decide how I want to live my future. I can't control the past, but I can work on my future.
Yeah, and that's all we can do. So you wanted to talk about being a single mother. Let's talk about that. What is that like?
Being a single mother, actually, I especially when I have a boy, is very tough sometimes because my son is 12 now, so it is hard to be in a single mom, just to be there for your kid like all the time when they need you, and being a full time working, involved in a lot of activity because and actually try to be in a good mom, try to be involved with my son in school, sport. It's plus the emotional that you give it to your child. The love that they needed at that time is very tough. It's very tough. I had to give you credit at all those single mom, not because I am single mom and I know what does that mean, but it is very tough. Very, very difficult.
Especially nowadays, I mean, most people are living check to check, and you're paying all your bills by yourself.
Yeah, yeah. And I give you extra. My son don't go to the public school. My son go to the private school.
Mm.
So I give you extra. But my son deserved that. I was so lucky. My son is the more beautiful child. I know just because it's my son, but he's good. I feel lucky. So he knows a normal child. Like just being in a house or playing in a computer. My son actually hurt me a lot. So me and him were living in a house by himself. So sometime and I would just work. I work from home now because he doesn't have a school. You just had to see my son how he got outside, tried to hurt me in the house. He cut the grass. I pay somebody to do it, but many times he's just doing himself. So he heard me do those thing in the house. He go to the supermarket with me. Just he's like a little bit very responsible. He's
How
good
old
in the
how
school.
how old is he?
12. He 12.
And he's mowing the lawn at 12?
Yes, he do that.
Wow. I
He
didn't
do
mow the
like
lawn until I was like 15 or 16, I think.
now. My son decided to do it last year. He's doing it now. So when now it's like moving in a house, we bought furniture and I was just coming into the house and I would come home and when I would come into the house, he's sampling everything. He gave everything ready. So my son is very good.
Are you planning on getting remarried? Or never? Never again?
I'm not gonna say never
Uh-huh.
because never is a word that don't exist for me.
Uh-huh. But no time
But
soon. No time soon.
I would just kind of leave it like the time give you an answer to everything,
Mhm.
If you one day this gonna come, it's gonna come. If you know, I was so happy with myself, I was so
Mhm.
happy with my son. But if I get married again, if I do get opportunity to get married, I probably gonna be in a better position now because I be working on myself. I would get married my first time when I was younger, in
Mm.
my 20s. So I don't have a lot of experience at that moment. And I made a lot of mistakes. So. Because I'm not gonna say that I don't make a mistake. I made a mistake. If you want to working on yourself, if you want to be a better person, you have to recognize that the thing that you don't do it right, just in the future to do better. So if you God give me the opportunity to get married again, we're probably gonna be a better person than what I do in the past.
Yeah, I'm sure that you learned from your mistakes and you're a lot wiser now. And, I'm really happy to hear that you're open to that because there are a lot of people who, once they get divorced or even like after a breakup, they're kind of like never ever again. Like they become like this hermit, this like they completely shut the world out. So I'm really happy to hear that like you're still willing to give love a chance again and you're not like completely like shut out to the idea.
I feel the one thing that happened because the people don't working in getting the past out of themselves. You see people they have in a relationship and they broke in a relationship and then 3 months later they with the other person and
Hmm.
then with the other person and then with the other person. They don't take that time for
To heal.
themselves.
Yeah.
So for me, I'll be single for 5 years right now. So I've been like working on myself plenty time. I don't have nobody right now. I don't
Well, it's
think
only
so.
been 2 months, you said, right?
Team understand the proper word for we get into the process for 5 years.
Yeah. So I mean it's still pretty recent. You just recently got divorced.
Yes, yes, absolutely. So now I just want to be with my son. I want to travel. I want to go back to the art to see my family. So
And
I
you're
want to
st you're
be.
still healing from that.
Hmm?
You're still healing from the divorce.
Yes, yes.
So what is your like do you want to stay in America or do you want to just move back to DR? What is your plan?
Well, honestly, come from my heart.
Hmm.
If I had the opportunity to go back, I would probably go back tomorrow. But my son already have a life here. He go to school here. He want to be an architect, so he want to go to college here. So right now, my son is my world.
Hmm.
So whatever he, I just gonna be there. So I don't think so.
Do you think that he would be happier here than in DR?
Actually, he's very Dominican, so he would like to be there. He wanna go back there.
So
So
maybe is there a chance that you guys would be happier there?
maybe, but when I come to my son, it's not two people and boy, it's three people.
Hmm.
So maybe me and my son will agree with that, but I don't think so. He that was gonna be that.
Yeah, so I've never been to DR, so I don't know what it's like, but I heard it was beautiful over there. I heard they have beautiful beaches.
Just I'm very family orientated, so my family was there. Sometimes I would just like the emotional support from your family. That doesn't mean a lot, you
Yeah.
know.
So
And
you also wanted to talk about resilience and personal growth, which we touched upon. Do you want to talk more about that?
yeah, I've been working on myself for 10 years, I would say,
Hmm.
trying to be a better person, better mom, better daughter, better sister, better friend.
Hmm.
Because I once upon a time was never being like that. You know, I was just trying to be the best version of myself I can be. And I get resolved. I feel like I'm growing. I feel like I'm a very emotionally stable person. And that's why now I try to helping all the women to feel that confident how I feel because I never been that confident like now. So I have a lot of my friends, they going through the situation, being a single mom, being in a
Hmm.
toxic relationship,
Hmm.
or just of sometimes because thing happens in life they
Yeah.
just don't happy,
Hmm.
so I helping those people try to get back and try to feel in themselves because sometimes how you feel is more important than how you look.
Yeah. Way more important.
Yes, so that's what I'm doing now.
Yeah, it's so crazy. Whenever I hear people speak, it seems like most people, have self-esteem issues, even grown adults. And it's really sad the way that everyone's just struggling. And, a good thing there are people like you who inspire people and who empower people to feel better about themselves. So you told me before the interview that you had a really good childhood.
Yes, absolutely. I come from a very good family. My mom, my dad, they always been like very supporting to me. So I come from a very big family. I have seven sisters, one brother,
Wow. Wow,
and
you're
the
you're you're one of nine?
yes,
Wow, that's amazing.
that's true. So at that point, like my mom and my dad, you know how difficult it is to grow like Nike, but
Wow.
they always give you love. My parents, they're always together. My dad is a very loving person. My mom is the one with the
Mhm.
attitude, strong in the family.
Uh-huh.
And I was the number four in my family. I remember being the first people in my family, the first one in my family. They have a degree, they go to college. So
Mhm.
what I made my parents a little bit extra proud of myself.
Mhm.
So since that, I'll be working in myself very hard. I have a degree. I go to college in I have a degree in accounting. I have an international
Okay,
business
okay.
too. So I also, when I will live there on a real estate,
Uh-huh.
and I have my own business there.
Oh,
So
were you a real estate agent?
and a real estate agent in DR.
Oh,
Now,
interesting.
so that was interesting because in DI I'm a real estate agent and I'm doing well now. When I come here, I want to be a real estate.
Uh-huh.
So when I went to school because I want to get my license, they like, yeah, we give you the license, but you have to take the test in English. And now just my English is
Wait, wait,
horrible. I
wait.
got
You had to take it in English?
yes, yes.
Because, I was a realtor and I remember them giving the option. They gave us the option to take it in other languages.
No, but when I went to school and I was just afraid, and I was like, I'm never gonna pass that license.
Yeah, but I remember definitely look into that because I remember like when I was at the test, they were saying like, does anybody want it in Spanish? I remember them giving the option.
No, but just like when they told me that, I was just like, I was afraid again. That was just something in my mind.
Uh-huh.
Then when I would go home, this is the pandemic, in the middle of the pandemic, I would just
Mhm.
get bored and I want to do something. I was just jumping in the computer. That's when I get my license for insurance. So it's
Mhm.
not different between get a license for personal line or commercial or get a license for a real estate. So now I'm an insurance agent.
Do you think you have time to do both? Do you have the time?
I think so. A lot of people they think so that I'm a real estate. I'm not a real estate. I'm an
Uh-huh.
insurance agent.
Uh-huh.
So I think so too.
Yeah,
I
let me know
probably
because my broker, my former broker, his name is Rich. He was really good. So after we should talk after this because he was a really good broker if you're looking for a broker.
don't have license here, but
If you ever
and
change your mind.
yeah, yeah, yes,
So well,
absolutely.
I'm still stuck on the fact that you're one of nine. Like so that's amazing. So are they all are some are still in DR, I assume.
Yes, I have one of my sisters. That the closer one. She lives in a Bronx. I have
Mhm.
another sister. She lives in California. One in
Mhm.
Puerto Rico, and the rest of my family is in there.
And only one boy out of those nine.
Yes.
Is he like the youngest?
He's the number three.
Number three, okay, because I figured like maybe they kept going until they wanted a boy. That's what I figured.
This is my mom. My her dream is always want to have two boy and two girl. So she had two girl, and then she had my son. My brother is a boy, and then I'm the number four. My mom thinks so I'm a boy. So and then she was start looking for another boy. She never have another one.
Well, the cost of living in DR is much cheaper than the cost of living here, correct?
Actually, no,
Really?
no. Just the difference is here we have a US peso, a dollar, and the other we have peso. But when you change it, it's the same.
Like you're saying like after the conversion, the cost of living is the same? Because I feel like raising nine children in New York is like you got to make like $1 million.
Yeah, that was true. That was true. But the thing is, like in the art, they just don't grow and they don't raise the kids in the right way. They're just there, you know?
What do you mean they don't raise them in the right way? What does that mean?
You don't have a house with nice room. We just sharing room with your
I
brother, I guess.
see.
Like,
Mhm.
they don't go to the store all the time. Like I taking my son, buying a new clothes, buying a new sneaker. We know I don't remember giving a lot of demanding to my parent and need a lot of stuff like my son needed now.
It
They
sounds like
just
it was very cramped growing up.
Yeah, I was just more like you got love, you got a home, and you got food, I guess. You have education, but you doesn't have a lot.
You got the bare minimum, it sounds like.
Yeah, exactly. That's how you grow. There's a lot of people like having Nike was a lot. I just have one song. I have my song, and I don't think so. I can afford to have another one. It's too
Yeah,
expensive.
I'm also wondering, like, what was it like having your parents' attention and love being divided nine different ways?
I always ask myself the same question too, but my mom was like, my mom is incredible. She was amazing. Now she have a lot of grandchild, and I see her how she with the grandkid. She had like 14, 16. It's no different. She love
Mhm.
everybody the same way. My parents they travel a lot, and they go to California with my sister just to give a love to the kid. My mom coming here, do the same thing with my son. She go to the Bronx, do the same thing. She go back to the R, and actually that's what they're doing.
Are they
It's
still working or they retired now?
no, they retire,
Oh,
but
nice.
it's not different. Like I see my mom with a grandkid, and you can see her that she have a different with anyone. So that's the same thing that she do with us. Like when we grow, she a little bit different. I'm not gonna lie with my brother because he always been her favorite one,
Right.
but
He's
she
the
always been
favorite
like,
still?
oh yeah.
Why? Why?
I guess because my brother he always need a little bit more attention to the other one. Or I think so she give him more attention just for the fact that he is the only boy in the family.
So he deserves more attention because he's the only boy.
But my mom, like you can see the difference. She
Uh-huh.
love my brother. She call my brother like every day, like just
He's
to
like
know
he's
how.
like he's mama's boy.
Yeah, he is. He
So
is.
am I. So am I. I can relate.
Yeah, he is a mama boy. So and I like, but she's happy, you know. But he's a good. We have a good family. We you're
Yeah.
happy.
I feel like the best thing to do for a lot of people is to make the money in America and then when you're older move back to a country where $1 is 55 pesos. Like I'm Filipino and in the Philippines one we also use pesos and $1 is like 55 pesos. So sometimes I think like when I'm 60 or older I'll move to the Philippines, take all the money I made here, move there and just like be a millionaire basically.
I hear that a lot because I come from another country and an immigrant.
Mhm.
But when you coming here, you marry.
I'm not, no.
Yeah, when you was married and then you have a family, then your kids here, your family is here, and then you change your mind.
Mhm.
Because all we do is for the family.
Yeah, but I also sometimes wonder, because a lot of kids in America are very unhappy. Like the anxiety and depression here is very high. So I'm also wondering, like, are kids happier here, or would they be happier in DR?
When I was coming here, this is one of my main thing I was seeing in other kids. And that was true. I seen a lot of people here have a lot of depression, and my
Yeah.
conclusion is I see in like America is just very like inciting, especially here in New York. New York is all about inciting, it's all about rush. It's expensive too. And
Fast
I see
pace.
and I see parents like have a two, three kid they can I feel like people that are selfish because this is a lot of people they can even afford having one, but they had three.
Yeah.
Right. So the parent just to support the family, many times they had to get a one job, two job, three job.
Mhm.
And those kids they just there. They just run a house, they go to school. They don't give you that at the time. I'm not talking about everybody, I'm talking like the some type of people. They keep it just in the house playing video game all day, just being in the phone. And then when the parent come home, how they feel? They're tired, they're exhausted. And kid now they very smart. If you don't give it attention, if you don't show how to do things, they figure it out. They learn themselves. And many kids they don't have attention they need it.
Yep.
Then when they grow, they always have us. When they 16, 17, they go outside, they try to cover that gap with something else.
Yeah.
That's how I feel
And
about it.
what was it like growing up in DR? What is it like being a child today in DR?
The art is a very different here, I would say. Um, when my childhood, first of all, we don't have a lot of technology like now, so it's more like old school, I guess.
Mhm.
Um, but growing in the art it's gonna be a little bit difficult for the education because it's not that great right here. But beside that, I feel like when I grow, I'll be honest with you, my family don't have money. So I was so happy growing in my childhood that I never know that we doesn't have money. I never know that we are poor until like 16, 17. And then when I realized like, oh wait, we don't have money? Because I never missed that. I was so happy like what I doing growing
Kids
as a
don't
family.
care about money. Kids don't care about money.
I never thinking about that.
Yeah.
No, it's not right here. Like my son at 12, he don't know everything about money. He's very money orientated. But when I was away in the R, I never thinking about money. It was
Well,
just like
I feel like America is a very money hungry country. What I would imagine is that DR is not as money hungry. Is that correct?
I feel that now it's kind of like it's very similar. It's just
Nowadays.
the way that you grow your kid. I feel like more coming with a parent, how you grow your kid.
Mhm.
My parent let it grow like being a child, enjoying like your childhood. They don't have to worry about nothing. And that time when you have to worry about money, then it's gonna come. That was good for one point, but it's not that good because and then when we realize like you 16, 17, and then you kind of like start worrying like, okay, how I'm gonna make money, how I'm gonna do this. And I started a little bit early making money in the I guess. I was like getting my first job when I was like 16. But I'm the only one in my family get a job at 16. Otherwise it's like 20, 20, 22, 20 something. What is different with here? Here, when you are 14, they have a part-time job.
Yeah.
15, 16, 17, you know?
Yeah,
What I hear,
I had my first part-time job at 17 years old, so working at like 14 sounds terrible to me. So Jenny, I kind of ran out of questions. Was there anything else you wanted to say or add?
No, no. I'd love to hear a little bit about you.
What do you want to know? That first of all, that's interesting because I've never been told that. I've never been told on the podcast like I'd like to hear more about you. So that's very
Interesting. I
I'm
wanna
grateful that
hear.
you care.
I want to hear about you. I want to hear like what motivated you to do in the channel, what you're doing for a person, what are your background too, because I was interesting too.
Yeah, no, that's interesting. Thank you for asking because no one ever asks that. So, I mean, I'm 36. I'm Filipino. Like I said, I was born in Queens. What motivated me to do this? So, I've overall had a pretty good life. It wasn't perfect, but it was pretty good. There's this psychiatrist on YouTube named Dr. K who really inspired me to start a mental health podcast because I fell in love with his channel. He's a really good psychiatrist. Um, yeah, I mean, what else? What do you want to know specifically?
Um, I don't know because I have a feeling that you care about people mental health, and I feel the same way.
Yeah. So
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 that's why
I have a pretty large amount of resentment towards certain people. So I'm sure that's part of the reason why. Like part of the reason why is for me too. It's good for my mental health to help other people and to hear other people's stories. And I feel like I learn a lot in this podcast. So it's to help other people and it also serves myself as well mentally.
that's great. That's great. Yeah, I would love to invite one day just to bring you over because I have a lot of stuff grow. Like we all need help, you know.
Hmm.
So we always can learn something. We always can hear something from somebody that probably change your life.
I have a question. Is your WhatsApp group, is that only women or is there some
It,
men?
it is only woman, but
Okay.
when we get a meeting in person, then we invite people to come out. We just only grow there. A lot of men they ask me why you don't get men. I just because I'm very particular. I try to helping like I helping woman this thing overweight.
Hmm.
Woman like doesn't feel like themselves anymore.
Hmm.
That they forget about them. Like nobody understand, like if you know there, how they feel. And that was something we never talk about. When you see yourself in the mirror, how you feel. Like being a girl, like people, yeah, that you can see them walking in the street, but you never know how they feel inside.
Mhm.
So I helping those people.
Yeah, yes, definitely let me know next time you guys have like an in-person meeting that where there are also men. I would love to because I also just love being in Bayshore because that's yeah, I don't know if it's in Bayshore, but that's where I grew up. So I just love
Last time we have a meeting, we do it in Queen. It's like around like 20 girl there.
oh, you go
So
all the way to Queens. Okay. I mean, I'm
yes,
pretty close, so definitely let me
yes.
know next time.
I had grow like here in New York, everywhere in all the states. Like many times my customer actually a lot of my customer they in the group too. So and from the past, I have a lot of people they text me all the time and they how grateful they feel and how happy they feel like doing those little changes.
Yeah, yeah. So definitely let me know because I love like any sort of like, conventions or mental health talk. So definitely let me know. There's a good chance that I'll go, especially if it's on the weekend. If it's on the weekday, probably not because I work from 11 to 8.
We plan it just we always do in a weekend. We do it in
Right.
a weekend. So and we just come together like 1, 3 times a year.
So
And
definitely let
then
me know. Oh, I wish it was more than that, but is there food there?
yeah, yeah. If
Yeah.
I had planned to do it this year, maybe I do it in my house. Because they all want to come to my house and probably like, oh, let's do a pool party, let's do something together. And I probably do it in my house this year, in my
I'll bring
backyard.
I'll bring the donuts or
That
brownies or
was
something.
good. So that was good. So yeah, that's how I do it. So I feel happy. I was just something I do it like I think so. I get a laugh from that for reading book, for going to the gym, for walking in Marseille, and
Mhm.
I feel like giving a little bit of what I get to other people. That's just made me feel good.
Mhm. Yeah, that it's interesting because we live in a society that's just so like me, and it does, I feel like we kind of lost touch with like the feeling of helping others because it's definitely a void. I feel like every human being, if they don't help other people, they feel like a void, and I feel like the only way to fill that void is to help other people. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, I do it like I think so we all do it in different way because I've been seeing people like they go to church, they go and join group,
Hmm.
you know. No everybody. So I've been seeing like I've been meeting people like a lot of people they like to help, they like to do something. It's just like some people they don't appreciate it, and that's
Hmm.
okay. That's okay. But
Hmm.
some other people they feel happy. They happy.
Yeah, and the people that don't appreciate it, we can always cut them out and we can always not talk
Yeah,
to them
move
again.
on.
But Jenny, it was great talking to you. I really appreciated talking to you, and thank you about asking about me. That was really nice of you.
No, yeah. So what do you do for a living
So
beside
I work for Spectrum. I was a realtor for 2 years.
that?
So it's really hard though. I mean, I don't know what it's like in DR, but here, like you got to spend thousands of dollars and nothing's guaranteed. And there's no health benefits. There's no health insurance. There's no pension. So it was very hard. So I did it for 2 years and now I actually have a stable job where I don't have to spend thousands of dollars and where I have health insurance and 401k and all that. So but my goal is to be a therapist. So I'm also in school, part-time to be a social work because I want to be a therapist. So that's my main goal right now.
I know you're gonna do great. I can see that right now. You're
Thank you.
really
I'm trying.
good.
I'm trying.
That was great. That was very interesting. See,
Thank
you
you.
saw it's interesting too.
Thank you for coming on. We'll have a part two in a few months. We'll have a second part.
Oh my God. So what are you gonna do? You're gonna post up. I wanna see.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Look,
post some shorts if that's okay. Can I post some shorts on my Instagram?
yeah, you can tell me see if you want. I don't mind.
Yeah, so I'll
I
probably
just, I
put.
just, I just, my English
It's
is a
okay.
bit.
There are a lot of, there are a lot of Spanish people. I mean, like I said, it's not a performance. It's just a conversation. But if if you want me to take the short down, I can always take it down.
No, it's okay. Don't worry about it.
Okay,
I,
Jenny, it
I
was
like
great
to
talking to
be, I
you.
like to, I like to be me natural, so everybody know that I have an accent.
And if they judge you, they judge you. Don't worry too much about that. You know what I mean?
No, no, absolutely, absolutely. That doesn't change my life. Like just motivated me just to get better. So
Right. It was great talking
yeah,
to you, Jenny.
It's a great talking to you too. Hopefully, I'll see you soon, one
Yes,
day.
keep in touch. Keep in touch.